Okay, let's get going. So quad versus triangles. All right. So I'm going to go create a sphere and I'm going to go move it over here a little bit. I'm dragging with only one handle so that it is restricted into only that angle to move. And then I'm going to go create a cube. All right. So let's focus it. I'm going to go press the F key. So this is a cube. And if I come over here and click on it, so this is a sphere. So a sphere has got four-sided polygons, and then finally when it's coming over to the pole, it's triangles. Okay, so you can use triangles for modeling, but since we have a new technique of modeling called sculpting, which follows the very standard process of sculpting, such as zebras and mudbugs, they need to be all quads so that when you subdivide, they can actually do a good deformations and you can make very photorealistic models. So those are the sculpting programs. So that's why every object needs to be a quad, even if it is a sphere. So if I press the 3 key on my keyboard, let me just reduce to say 12. You may not see any problem. Let me try with a cylinder and press the 3 key. All right, here is an example. So what's happening here is that when it's actually reaching to the triangles, it's no more maintaining that cylinder shape. So this was a crude one. So let me try with the cube. You will see that if I select the cube and press the 3 key again, so it becomes a sphere, right? But it's all quad. So this is how the current practice modeling, so that it needs to be really quad. Otherwise, you have to really figure out how to really create a triangle somewhere that it doesn't lose the topology. So if I smooth it out right now, mesh smooth. So as I increase, you see that it's kind of like a fillet, and we can actually go over it, really make it super smooth. So current practice in the industry is not a polygonal sphere, rather a cube subdivided, and that will be really good to sculpt it out rather than a sphere. It's not that you can do it, but it's okay. So please remember that the current practice is actually all quads modeling. The view is that if you press the 1 key, it's my exact same process. Then if I press the 2, it's kind of like it shows me a cage. You can see a cage around it. And the smoothing value, if I press the 3 key, it gives me the process. So whenever I kind of manipulate certain things, I mean, say a vertex or a edge or a thing, it gives you a very organic feel. Okay, it's like a putty, you can actually sculpt out certain things. So all right, so a couple of things about Maya 2017 is they have done a complete overhaul of user interface, and they have changed a lot. Things has changed really for good, I will say, but it's initially everybody kind of got caught up with like reorienting themselves to the user interface. So here on the top, Maya Classic, and there are different kind of settings are here. You can actually directly jump into it and don't have to deal with other menus such as animations or rigging or rendering. So you can, all right. So one unique thing, or the new thing, is a very new thing, is that if you come over here and hover around and click on that, you have Maya Help, and here's a find menu. Okay, so if you click on the find menu, it's so cool that actually you can search for a tool. Let's say extrude. Just enter, and it's a modeling, edit mesh, extrude. It's really a cool feature that you can actually find your tools sometimes if you're accidentally following some tutorials online and you don't know what it is called, okay, or where it is. All right, let me close it. Another thing is over here, you have a lock over here. What it does that um, this is called, you cannot tug, you can dock another, um, so let's say for example, I'll show you what I mean by it. So let's say I'm going to go to attribute editor and I'm going to go take it to the other side. Let me see. But anyways, there are certain windows it will come that if you are using a single monitor or a laptop, it's very handy that you just activate this one to click on it and to lock it and unlock it and keep on locking so that you can't really move any window to put it on the left hand side or things like that. All right. Okay. So now let's take this assignment. We'll take a sphere and start modeling. So I'm going to go click on the sphere over here, or you can go to the create polygon primitive sphere. You guys have already done it. And I'm going to go press the F key to really focus on it, right? So on the left hand side, on the input node, poly sphere 1, I'm going to go bring it up. Sometimes, most of the time we try to really take the less amount of numbers of what do you call it, subdivision axes and heights. 2020 is a way too much, because you can see that if I go to vertex, there are so many points you have to really manipulate in order to really model something, and that's not really fun. However, what we could do is that, let's say this is a sphere, polysphere. I'm going to go change this one to 8 and 8. Okay, that's fine. It looks faceted, but if you press the 3 key again, as I mentioned before, it will be a nice smooth sphere and less number of vertices and edges and faces rather than a 20 by 20. So this is my sphere. I'm going to go take this one and work on it. So here what you see is that this is a triangle. We want all quads. So I'm looking at it. So in an axis, let's say x-axis, I'm going to go start selecting every, hold shift to select multiple objects or anything you're trying to select. Every other edges over there, and I'm going to go press the delete key on my keyboard and delete it. So now you can see that this is actually a quad. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, and sorry, I'm right clicking on it and choosing the edge. So I know this is my x-axis, so I'm going to do the same thing, is that select every alternate edge and delete it. I'm going to go press 1 key to go back to my faceted mode so that I can actually see a little better. Sometimes what we do is that initial modeling, we try to go back and forth between 1 and 2. There is a reason, I will explain it later on. But okay, now what I'm going to do is right click, hold, and choose vertex. I'm going to go select this vertex, and I'm going to go select this Y handle and push it down. Right? That's going to be our stem coming out. And now let's do the bottom part. Same thing. Select this one, rotate it around, drag the Y handle on the inside. Okay. So let's press the 3 key to test it, how it looks. Okay, it's getting there. All right. Now back to 1 so that I can see all faceted. Now I'm going to go select the face. All right. Hold shift, select all 4 of them. Then on the top, edit mesh, I'm going to go over there, extrude. So now, extrude is a very interesting command. It gives you to create additional geometries over here. So at this point, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go click any of these square handles. That will give me the center of it. So I'm going to go scale, new scale. I'm just eyeballing it, and now I'm going to go press the G key again, the G to repeat the same command. So I'm going to go now. See, if I pull it out like that, it's going to go in, coming out like this. So I'm pulling the Z axis. It's always Z is the front axis. I'm going to go do another G, and now take it over here. I can actually click on the circle to activate the rotate tool. Kind of like a rotate a little bit like that. Then I'm going to go press the G key again to repeat the same command, and then I'm going to go pull it out, and then I'm going to go press the W key to move tool. So I'm going to go take it over here like that, and maybe I will right click on hold edge and double click on that and press the R key to scale, and I'm going to go scale it a little bit, this one too. Alright, so let's press the 3 key to see how it looks. Okay, alright, I know this needs to be fixed, so back to 1. I'm going to go double click on this one and take it really small. Next one, double click, scale it. Also, I'm going to go double click on this one to select scale from the middle. This is called a uniform scale, alright? So it kind of like tightens up that area. Let's press the 3 key. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is that edge, I'm going to go randomly select few edges. So I got like 4 of them. And now I'm going to go press the W key to get the move tool. So you can see that your tools are changing as I go. R, it will go to scale tool. E, rotate tool. W, scale tool, move tool. So I'm going to go move them a little bit like that. And also, I'm going to go back to 1. I will do the same thing that I will scale this. So double click, it will only select one section. You need to click 4 times to get all of them. R to scale from the center. And let's go back to 3 and take a look at it. And now I'll do the same thing, is that this time I'm going to go take the vertex. Alt 4. W. Pull them down. Alright. And now I'm going to go work on the top profile. So if I press the space bar, it's going to give me top view, front view, side view. Sometimes it really helps to get the profile. I can't explain more about profile. This is drawing information. So I'm going to go to focus on the front view. I'm going to go press the space bar again so that I have the front view nicely. So now I'm going to go to right click, hold edge, double click on that. I'm going to go move this one, and then R to scale. I'm going to go start scaling and moving till I get a rough shape of an apple. And now I kind of got the shape It's just a little too in size vertically. So what I'm going to do is right click and hold and select object mode, and I'm going to go overall scaling from the Y. All right, the Y handle. Let's take a look at it over here. I guess I will do a little bit over here. Okay, I'm going to go stop here, and then that's my modeling now. Okay, so I will just tweak a little bit to to my satisfaction, but let's take it that we are going to be using it now. So it's too smooth, we just wanted to make it a little bit uneven, so we'll take care of it. Okay, all right.